Alright guys, this is part 2 of my rusting video. Put a little bit of water in this palette. There we go. And as you can see back here, get it to focus in on the colors. There you go. There's all the colors that I'll be using today. These are colors that are most commonly used with rust, or that will give the rust effect, I should say, in my opinion. You can get these at Walmart in the craft section for about, I cannot remember if they're 99 cents or 50 cents, but they're relatively cheap, not very expensive. This is what I choose to use as the cheaper route. Others have used the other browns, such as I believe it's Tamiya produces one. I'm not positive, don't quote me on that, but I do believe they produce some powder, and there's also some liquid forms that you can also use. Here is Vallejo, I believe that's how you say that. Let me get it to focus in. There we go, Vallejo. But they make some. They're a little pricey though. Those are a little more expensive. You can pay. I'm not sure, but I think maybe. I'm not gonna say because I'm not positive. It's been a long time. Okay, and then I buy some of these, which are in the makeup section. Whispers, they call them wedges, which is some of these right here. And as you can see, I've already torn a piece off of this one. This is a used one. And then I had previously done this video and it messed up. I don't know what happened to it, but I had finished the car, so I'm going to show you on a different piece of casting. This is a Silverado that I was working on, but what I'm going to do to this is going to be the same thing that I've done to the 55 gasser, and then I will show you the 55 gasser after I show you how I did this. And I apologize if you hear my dogs go crazy, then they may go crazy from time to time. So just to warn you about that. So we'll start with the, I always wet my brush a little bit, make sure. Get you a piece of paper towel. I always get a piece of paper towel in case I need to dilute some of the paints or something. Or maybe just take some of the excess water off. And let's get started. Let's see if I can keep this. Sometimes I tend to get out of camera view, but I will do my best to stay in camera view. So you'll just put it on there. Now, one thing I would like to tell you is dab it on there, just as I'm doing right now. Do not brush it on there. When you brush it on there like that, you see what just happened right there when you brush it on there. You're removing all the paint. I prefer to dab it on there. And also, depending on the type of brush you use, let me see if I can get this to focus in. This is a Princeton 20-aught brush that I'm using. And you'll just dab it on there. And like the roof, let me just go ahead and do a big spot on the roof to show you how these wedges work. But it's usually in big areas, or big, yeah, I guess you can say big areas like this. What I will do, I'll dab it in there, and maybe just take a little bit off if you need to, and just dab it on there, just like that. Let's act like this whole roof is rusted. So just dab it on there, and then you can wet it a little bit if you need to, get some of that excess off. Let's do a little bit of a different shade of the brown. And sometimes it doesn't matter if you mix up the paints, because it's all going to be rust. And let's just rust the whole top. Just dab it on there like that. And we'll just act like the whole top is rusted. And this stuff dries fairly quick, so you don't have to worry about you know, if you're gonna mess up the paint or whatever, usually in about, once you place it on there, in about, I don't know, I could say 5 minutes or less, it's dried up, depending on how thick you put it on there though. So I will tell you that as well. And you just add it on there. And like I said, I like to use different shades because everybody knows that rust there's different shades of rust as things start to rust. Let's go with this one right here. Take a little bit off of there. And then you'll see how this starts to work here in a minute. As you can see, I'm already starting to get the rust effect on it. And then if you'd like, it's up to you. Sometimes what I will do is I will sand it to kind of smooth it out if you'd like to do that, but you don't have to. Just be aware that if you do that, sometimes you will take away some of the rust effect. And as you can see right there, it's starting to look like that rust. I'll let that dry for a little while, and then I'll come back to it and you'll see it. And then like right here, most commonly on vehicles, you'll see the rust on the, either right there or on the bottom of the doors, mainly on the corners, and sometimes around the fenders you'll see it. So let's start the rust effect on let's do the corner doors. And see, like right there, I put it on a little too thick for now, but I'll come back and I'll fix that. And sometimes you have it underneath the doors right there. It's a common area where it will rust. So let's rust all that right there. Sorry guys, I apologize, but I got a little bit of a runny nose. I know sometimes that gets annoying hearing that, but just please bear with me. So you got your little bit of rust right there. Okay, we got that rust going right there. Let's get this a little bit more. And as you can see, I don't know if you can see it. Let's see if I can get it to focus in right real good. It's not wanting to focus. There we go. But I don't know if you can see it, but there's a couple lines, and that's what I'm talking about. Whenever you brush it on there, sometimes every now and then you'll get that line, and it will not look like rust. It looks, you'll see where it like brushed on there. And then you'll come in here and grab a little bit of this paint or whichever other brown you have. Let's see if we can get it to focus in. There we go. Hopefully, it's kind of hard to watch this, do this, and keep it focused in. So I'm hoping this video comes out well. So you got a little bit of that right there. So come back to this one. Got a little bit right there. Then you come back to this one. Put some in there. And it shows the lighter shades of the rust as it's starting to rust. Right now I'm using the 5 shades right that you seen me pour out. I think I poured them out on video. And just sometimes you just barely even touch it to apply it. I've had guys that do it way different than what I do, but to me, it doesn't matter how you do it as long as it looks like rust. This is just trying to give y'all an idea of how to rust one. And as you can see right there, I don't like that. See how it's a perfect circle or half circle, whatever you want to say? I don't like that. I like it to look more, so I will add a little bit bigger right there. And now it does not look like that, because everybody knows rust does not, something will not rust in a perfect circle. And look right there. And even actually, if you'd like, if you want to, you could actually even use these paints for mud. Like if a truck went off-roading or something like that, these are colors that you can also use to replicate mud. So this isn't not just for rusting. You can also use it for that as well. And if you like, you can also use these as a what we call a wash, and I'll show you that here in a minute. So as you can see, I get it to focus in all the way. You can see how it's already starting to take that rust form. And you just play with it, add as much as you want, take away as much as you want, however you'd like to do that. And see right there, it's already dried up. Look, it's already dried. Doesn't take long to dry. And just come back, add some more wherever you think you need to add more. And just like right here, where to me it seems like, get it to focus in. I'm sorry guys, it's not focused in. But like right here, to me that's too much red right there. So I'll come in here. Let's go with this color right here. Now I'll just add a little bit here. And that'll give it that rust look. What I want. There you go. Just keep dabbing it on there. Like I said, do not I prefer not to brush it on there. Like I said, to me it does not look like authentic rust when you brush it on there, because you will see the brush strokes from the individual lines, individual brushes, I guess you'd say, in the brush. You can see that it's starting to look like the rust. Let's go in here and we'll take a little bit of this paint and we'll just here and there, just like that. And let's take a little bit of this other one. We'll just dab it on there. Let's rinse out this brush a little bit. Well, there you go, guys. See, the rust is forming. But I hope this gives you an idea of how I rust my customs. As you can see right there, trying to get it to focus in right. Let's see if I can do a real close up with a good focus. And it looks like it's not gonna do it. That's probably the best I can get right there. Now, if you'd like to, you can, what I like to do is add a little bit of water right here, and see it becomes like a wash, where like a vehicle's been sitting a while and you'll get dust on it or something like that. Get it to focus. I'm sorry, my phone and camera's not doing perfect, but like I said, dab it on there. And this will be like if it's sitting outside, been after years, the rust has been running down the side of the vehicle. Sometimes you'll have to dip it in there. Get it to focus in better. Or you can see it right there, how it's starting to, how you see that lighter rust that's fixing to start forming right there. But let's put a little bit of this in there. We'll do one little right there. That should be good. Let's put some right there. And there you go, guys. Get it to focus in. I know I have issues focusing with this camera, but hopefully this gives you an idea, and I hope this video is good enough for you to get an idea of how to rust. And like I told you, if you look at the top, it's already rusted. Or not rusted, but dried, I'm sorry. I meant to say. And there's your rusted effect on the fender as well. If I can get it to focus in, focus, there it goes. But here's the 55 gasser. And there you go. This is the 55 gasser I did. Tell me what you think. Leave it in the comments, and let's do a giveaway. If you comment and enjoyed this video, let me know, and you'll be entered for the giveaway of this 55 gasser. I'm sorry, but it'll be US only due to shipping costs and everything. But let me know what you think. Leave it in the comments. Thanks for watching.